Albert Ball was born in Nottingham, England. The year was 1896. His father was a successful businessman. Albert grew up in a comfortable home. From a very young age, he showed a keen interest in mechanics. He loved engines and how they worked. He enjoyed tinkering with gadgets and machines. He would spend many hours taking things apart. Then he would meticulously put them back together again. This early fascination built a strong practical foundation. It would serve him well in the future. His interest soon turned towards the new marvel of aviation. The thought of flying captured his young imagination. He dreamed of soaring through the skies. This was a period of great innovation. Aeroplanes were still a novelty. Few truly grasped their immense potential back then. Albert Ball, however, saw a future in these flying machines. He eagerly absorbed all information he could find. He read books and technical journals about aircraft. His passion for flight was clear and very strong. He wanted to be a part of this exciting new world. The outbreak of the First World War in 1914 had changed everything. Ball was eager to serve his country. He initially joined the Sherwood Foresters. This was a local infantry regiment. He served as a soldier on the ground, but his true ambitions lay in the air. He soon applied for a transfer. He was determined to join the Royal Flying Corps. This was a very brave and bold decision. Flying in those early days was incredibly dangerous. Many young men did not even survive their training period. The risks were enormous. His transition to the Royal Flying Corps was remarkably swift. He proved to be a natural pilot almost immediately. His inherent mechanical aptitude was a significant advantage. It helped him understand the complexities of the aircraft. He learned to fly quickly and with great skill. He was impatient to get to the fighting front. The air war over France was rapidly intensifying. Experienced pilots were in desperately short supply. Ball was ready and willing to face the challenge. He felt a profound sense of duty to contribute. His journey as an aviator had truly begun. Captain Albert Ball arrived on the Western Front. He quickly began to make a name for himself. He was not like the other pilots in his squadron. He possessed a unique and daring approach to air combat. He strongly preferred to fly alone on his offensive patrols. This was a highly unusual and risky practice at the time. Most pilots flew in formations for mutual protection. Ball, however, felt that formations restricted his style. He saw himself as a lone hunter. He preferred to stalk his enemy aircraft independently. This allowed him greater freedom of action. His combat tactics were notably aggressive and often unconventional. He would frequently venture deep into enemy-held territory. He actively sought out German aircraft to engage. He favored attacking from below and slightly behind his target. This approach often gave him the crucial element of surprise. His preferred aircraft for much of his career was the Nieuport Scout. He deeply trusted its agility and responsiveness in a dogfight. He knew its capabilities and its limitations intimately. He used this knowledge to his full advantage. He was a master of his machine. His exceptional mechanical skills were a tremendous asset. He was known to spend countless hours working on his own aircraft. He would meticulously fine-tune its engine for maximum performance. He would carefully adjust and sight his machine guns. He wanted his aeroplane to be in perfect fighting condition. This dedication to his machine gave him a distinct edge in combat. His aircraft was always maintained to the highest possible standard. He understood its every nut, bolt and wire. This familiarity bred confidence and reliability. Ball's rise through the ranks was nothing short of meteoric. His list of aerial victories mounted quickly. He became a celebrated public hero back in Britain. Newspapers eagerly reported his daring exploits in the skies, yet, despite the fame, he remained a solitary figure on the ground. He was often quiet, introspective and reserved when not flying. The sheer intensity of daily air combat was immense. It exacted a heavy psychological toll on all pilots. Captain Ball was certainly no exception to this harsh reality of war. He bore his burdens with quiet fortitude. Despite his incredible success and growing fame, Albert Ball was deeply humble. He genuinely disliked the widespread public adulation. He found the attention that came with being a hero uncomfortable. He was awarded the Military Cross for his bravery. Soon after, he received the Distinguished Service Order. He would later earn a bar to his DSO, signifying a second award. He viewed these prestigious decorations merely as part of his duty. He did not seek personal glory or recognition. His greatest wish was simply for the terrible war to end. He longed for peace. His personal letters home offer a poignant insight into his true feelings. He wrote regularly to his parents, Flora and Albert Sr. He also wrote to his fiancée, Miss Flora Young. In these letters, he described his deep longing for peace. He often spoke fondly of his garden back in Nottingham. He missed the simple, ordinary things in life. These letters reveal a sensitive and thoughtful young man. He was far removed from the popular image of a ruthless killer ace. He yearned for a return to a normal, quiet existence. The war had taken much from him. Captain Ball held strong religious beliefs. He was a devout Christian. His faith provided him with considerable comfort and solace. However, it also created a profound internal conflict. He struggled greatly with the act of killing other men. Even though they were the enemy, it troubled his conscience. He was known to pray for the souls of the airmen he shot down. He saw the overarching tragedy of the war with painful clarity. He once wrote in a letter that he felt like a murderer. This heavy burden weighed constantly upon his spirit. His discomfort with the war and its grim realities was profound. He often appeared tired and visibly stressed to his comrades. He required periods of rest and recuperation away from the front lines. But his strong sense of duty always compelled him to return. He felt he had a vital role to play. He believed he needed to protect the newer, less experienced pilots. He carried a heavy weight of responsibility on his young shoulders. He fought on bravely despite his deep personal anguish. Britain needed heroes, and he answered the call. On the evening of May 7, 1917, Captain Albert Ball flew his last mission. He was leading a patrol of SE-5A aircraft from No. 56 Squadron. They were operating over German-held territory near Douai, France. The weather conditions were poor that day. Visibility was severely limited by low clouds and intermittent rain. He became separated from his formation. He was last seen by fellow pilots chasing a German Albatros scout. He pursued the enemy aircraft resolutely into a dark, ominous storm cloud. He never emerged. What precisely happened to Albert Ball in that cloud remains a mystery. He did not return from the patrol. His plane crashed behind enemy lines near the village of Anoilin. Some contemporary accounts suggested he was shot down. Lothar von Richthofen, brother of the famous Red Baron, claimed a victory that evening. Others believe Ball may have become disoriented in the storm. He might have succumbed to vertigo or experienced the structural failure of his aircraft. German forces found his body in the wreckage. They treated it with notable respect. The Germans buried Captain Ball with full military honors. This was a significant mark of respect for a brave and formidable enemy. News of his death sent shockwaves across Britain. The nation mourned the loss of its celebrated ace. He was only 20 years old at the time of his death. Posthumously, King George V awarded him the Victoria Cross. This is Britain's highest and most prestigious award for gallantry in the face of the enemy. It recognized his incredible bravery, skill, and unwavering devotion to duty. His sacrifice was truly immense. Albert Ball's legacy endures strongly even today. He became an iconic symbol of youthful courage and aerial prowess. He also represented the tragic human cost of the First World War. With 44 confirmed aerial victories, he was one of Britain's greatest aces. His story continues to inspire people. We remember his exceptional skill as a pilot. We also recall his profound humility and his ultimate sacrifice. The pilots of the Great War faced unimaginable dangers daily. Captain Albert Ball faced them head-on with quiet determination and extraordinary valor until the very end.